Assalamu alaikum. This is Mongmra Singh welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurates a training workshop for BNP MPs ahead of 13th Jatiya Sanchad session. President Mohammad Shahabuddin calls for increasing production of jute products and expanding market using modern technology. Remittance in February exceeds $3 billion due to a changing political situation, comments analysts. Israel and Iran exchange heavy strikes as the war enters a seventh day. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. BNP Chairman and Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurated a training workshop at the BNP Chairman's Gulshan office in the capital today. Prime Minister's additional press secretary Atikur Rahman Rumon said, Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP arranged the training workshop for its lawmakers ahead of the first session of the 13th National Parliament. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, Standing Committee members Abdul Moin Khan, Amir Khosrow Mahmood Chaudhary, Hafizuddin Ahmed and AJM Jahid Hussain and other senior leaders were present on the occasion. Tariq Rahman delivered a welcome speech at the event, while his daughter Jaima Rahman was also present. BNP Insider said, the workshop will present the parliamentary rules of business and other issues, including code of conduct, bill formulation and review, analysis of budget-related documents and the activities of parliamentary committees to the newly elected members of parliament. Experienced lawmakers will share their experiences with the new MPs. The purpose of this workshop is to enhance the efficiency of the government and the ruling party. The two-day workshop was attended by ministers, state ministers' advisors in the morning session on the first day. President Mohammad Shahabuddin has called upon all concerned, including industrialists, to utilize the new potential of the jute sector by using modern technology to increase the production of the jute and jute products, to use them in multiple ways and to create and expand markets. He made this call at a program organized by the Ministry of Textiles and Jute on the occasion of National Jute Day at the Osmani Memorial Auditorium in the capital today. The President said, the new government upon assuming office has taken various groundbreaking steps to improve the living standards of farmers, including waiving agricultural loans of up to 10,000 taka with interest and introducing farmer cards. He said he believes that the golden days of the jute sector will return under the hands of the current people-friendly government. The President called upon the countrymen to avoid polythene bags and use jute bags and environment-friendly products. The Textile and Jute Minister Khandakar Abdul Muqtadir, State Minister Muhammad Shariful Alam, Secretary Bilkis Jahan Rimi, Director General of the Jute Department Said Muhammad Nurul Bashir and the President of the Bangladesh Jute Mills Association Muhammad Abul Hassan addressed the event. Memorials of honor were presented to 19 individuals and organizations in recognition of their outstanding contribution to the development of the jute sector. A positive trend has been observed in the remittances sent by expatriates ahead of the holy month of Ramadan and the upcoming Eid al-Fitr. In February, expatriate Bangladeshis sent more than $3 billion in remittances, which is 19.5% higher than the amount sent in February last year. Earlier, Remittances totaled $3.17 billion in January and $3.22 billion in December. The strong growth in remittances has also contributed to an increase in the country's foreign exchange reserves. The reserves have already exceeded $35 billion. According to the spokesperson of Bangladesh Bank, the rise in remittances through legal channels is due to several initiatives, including the central bank's strict stance against money laundering and efforts to prevent the misappropriation of the funds under the guise of loans. These measures have reduced the tendency to send money through the informal hundi system. Analysts believe that remittance inflows are increasing due to the Eid festival, the emergence of new remittance sources, and recent political changes. However, economists say that although the current level of reserve offers some relief, it is still not sufficient. The Chattogram Metropolitan BNP organized a dua and iftar mahfil at the Jamiatul Falah National Mosque premises in the city, seeking eternal peace for the martyred President Ziaur Rahman and former Prime Minister Begum Khalda Zia, and the good health and long life of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. Metropolitan BNP convener and Member of Parliament Irshadullah presided over, among others, State Minister for Chittagong Hill Tracts Affairs Barrister Mir Mohammad Halaluddin, Member of Parliament Abu Sufyan, Metropolitan BNP Member Secretary Najimur Rahman, and leaders of various levels of local BNP were attended on the occasion. State Minister Mir Mohammad Halaluddin emphasized the government's strict stance on law and order, adding that no criminal would be permitted to use the political party identity as a shield. He reaffirmed government's zero-tolerance policy against terrorism.
প্রধানমন্ত্রী বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দলের চেয়ারম্যান জনাব তারেক রহমান যে ঘোষণা দিয়েছেন, এই জাতীয় নির্বাচনে বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দল বিএনপিকে যারা ভোটাধিকার প্রয়োগ করেছেন ধানের শীষের পক্ষে এবং যারা করেননি, তারা সকলেই ওনার উপর সমান অধিকার রাখেন। আমরা এই নীতিতেই আমাদের সরকার ইনশাল্লাহ পরিচালিত হবে এবং আমরা গণমানুষের উন্নয়নে, গণমানুষের সমৃদ্ধিতে এবং গণমানুষকে যেন আমরা নিরাপদে এবং স্বস্তিতে রাখতে পারি, সেই ব্যাপারে ইতিমধ্যেই মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রীর নির্দেশে কর্মকাণ্ড শুরু হয়েছে। আপনারা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন যে চট্টগ্রাম সহ বিভিন্ন জায়গায় অপরাধের এগেনস্ট জিরো টলারেন্স পলিসি গ্রহণ করেছে। আমাদের মাননীয় সংসদ সদস্যবৃন্দ মহানগরের হোক, উত্তরের হোক, দক্ষিণের হোক, ওনারা প্রশাসনকে সার্বিক সহযোগিতা করে যাচ্ছেন, যাতে অপরাধী যেই দলেরই হোক না কেন অপরাধীর কোনো পরিচয় থাকতে পারে না এবং সকল অপরাধীর বিরুদ্ধে বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দল এবং এই বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দলের নেতৃত্বাধীন এই বর্তমান সরকার জিরো টলারেন্স আছে। কোনো ধরনের অপরাধকে প্রশ্রয় দেওয়া হবে না এবং দলীয় পরিচয় কোনো অপরাধীকে ব্যবহার করতে দেওয়া হবে না, ইনশাআল্লাহ।
Now international news. The Israel Defense Forces (IDF) said it has launched a new wave of strikes on Iranian regime infrastructure as the war with Iran entered the seventh day. It also said it has destroyed a military command bunker in Tehran that the Supreme Leader had planned to use with 50 fighter jets. Air and missile strikes by the United States and Israel have continued in Iran. On Thursday, powerful explosions were heard across Tehran throughout the day as the attacks persisted. Reports indicated that a number of civilian facilities have also been hit during the strikes. According to the latest figures, the number of people killed in Iran has risen to 1,230, including 180 children. Many multi-story buildings in Tehran have been reduced to rubble as a result of the attacks. Tehran residents told British media outlet BBC that last night was the worst night for them so far since the beginning of the war on February 20th. Meanwhile, Iran has launched further strikes on Israel, while Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Bahrain said they intercepted attacks overnight. British Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy said there will be more attempts to get repatriation flights out of Oman after the first UK charter plane from the Middle East landed at Stansted Airport. Meanwhile, Israel has continued carrying out heaviest attacks across Lebanon, where the death toll has now surpassed 100. Citing the Lebanese Ministry of Health, the country's national news agency said 102 people have been killed in Israeli strikes since Monday. The ministry also reported that 638 people have been injured in the attacks. Afghanistan protested the killing of civilians and expressed support for their troops fighting on the border against Pakistan. The UN mission in Afghanistan said at least 42 Afghan civilians, including children, have been killed and 104 injured since February 26. Islamabad has not yet commented on civilian casualties. It said its troops have killed more than 430 Afghan soldiers. On the other hand, Afghanistan said about 150 Pakistani soldiers have been killed. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, said about 66,000 Afghans have been displaced due to the border clashes with Pakistan. In addition, the UN World Food Programme said about 160,000 people have been affected by the war in Afghanistan, which is already suffering from a severe food crisis. A Russian tanker carrying liquefied natural gas (LNG) has sunk in the Mediterranean between Libya and Malta as Moscow accused Ukraine of attacking the vessel. The Libyan port authority said the tanker was hit by sudden explosion followed by a massive fire, which ultimately led to its complete sinking on Tuesday night north of the port of Raater, Libya. Russian President Vladimir Putin accused Ukraine of attacking the gas carrier. Accusing Kyiv of responsibility, Russian President Putin told a reporter from Russian state television on Wednesday that it was a terrorist attack and that was not for the first time. There was no immediate comment from Ukraine over the incident. Russian Transport Ministry said the Arctic Metagetch, which had been carrying LNG from the Arctic port of Murmansk, was attacked by Ukrainian naval drones launched from the coast of Libya. It said the 30 crew members, all Russian nationals, were safe.